am I going to do? Pick up a rock and smash it on the head? Get out my Leatherman and stab it with pliers?
Join us for the ride of a lifetime.
Let's watch an idiot try to ride a motorcycle. Some guy rides.
I heard him last night. Dudes, that was a rough night. I'm not gonna lie about it. Oh, what a Halloween. Alright, let me try to figure out what the hell happened. So the campground was pretty cool, man. I'm sure I filmed that big stage, and like I'm sure they have cool events and whatever. And there are some RVs parked in the back, so I'm like, you know, you always feel a little safer when someone's around, I guess, depending on who that someone is. So, you know, whatever. I brushed my teeth, did all my stuff. I had LTE, so I was able to text my fam. So that's all good. And, you know, so I was trying to go to sleep, and my phone automatically downloads just sort of some random podcasts. And first, before I went to sleep, I could hear out in the woods what sounded like a small tiger playing with like a cat toy, except for in this case it would have been like a parrot on the end of a big sea fishing pole, like for marlin or tuna. And you know, it was like a playful sort of big cat sound. I don't know if there's any big cats around here. I doubt it. Maybe there's coyotes. Maybe there's bobcats. There's bobcats in North Carolina near me. But so anyway, whatever. I that didn't freak me out too bad. But like I said, I mean, it's Halloween, so you kind of are in that zone. And then I just pressed play on the podcast thing, and it was the Stuff You Should Know, which is, that is just a nice, mild, middle of the road, no real emotion needed sort of podcast. But it started, and it was about the making of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And so they were going into the serial killer that it was based on, which also Silence of the Lambs was sort of based on this guy, and a couple other movies, I think. And I'm just saying, if you have the choice, don't be listening to stuff about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the real guy it was based on Halloween night in the middle of nowhere. So anyway, and before that, I had sort of scoped around, and there were no lights on in these RVs at all. So I'm like, I guess there isn't anybody in there. So then, you know, I'm like, that's all right, whatever. Then so I listened to this stupid podcast, which was the dumbest thing. I don't know. Look, I'm just susceptible to stuff like that. Like, I remember watching Poltergeist and thinking that was the scariest movie I've ever seen. The meat walking across the counter, that just did me in. I can't watch horror movies. I'm not into it. I don't get it. I kind of get it, actually. I get why people enjoy it, but I don't. I'm not into gore. I'm not even into like medical shows where they show stuff. I'm just, leave me out of it. So anyway, I listened to that whole thing like an idiot. Why didn't I just change it? I don't know. It's, it would have been too much trouble to press a button on my phone. So anyway, I had that in my brain, and I went to sleep, kind of. And then I heard what either was an air raid, a series of differently pitched air raid sirens, or a pack of wolves, or maybe coyotes, or it could have just been domesticated dogs, but it sounded like there were 100 of them. And oh shit. Jesus Christ. I don't want to die hitting a deer. There's so many better ways to die. Anyway. Oh, God damn it. Now I'm on edge. Now I'm on edge, dudes. Mornings and evenings, that's the time you gotta just be careful as a mother, especially with how many deer I've seen. Oh, that was too close for comfort. So anyway, now I cannot be sure if I woke up and I said to myself, is that an air raid siren? I mean, I remember that. But I could have dreamed some of it too. But I woke up and it kept going. I was awake. I swear to God I was awake. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But it just freaked my shit out. There's another one. There's another 3 dudes. I'm going slow and paranoid. So there was that. I mean, it woke me up out of a deep sleep, and this howling, and it was like, it wasn't just, howling for the fun of it. It was howling like in pain, like agonized howling. I don't know if I made this up. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It happened all the same. Whether it happened or not, it happened. Am I right? Can we agree on that? Dudes, it is so freaking cold, I can't even tell you. I don't think this thing has temperature, and I keep forgetting to just look on my phone. It's freezing, and everything's fogging up. So I gotta keep my visor a little bit open, and it's just frigid air blasting my face. I think I have that Greek dessert somewhere I could put on. The baklava. The baklava. What is that? Baklava? Fucking Jesus Christ. So anyway, there was that. Then I started thinking about the guy who was the basis for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I had a little bit of a rough time sleeping, is what I'm trying to say. All of that was just to say I had a rough time sleeping. And it was cold, and I could feel the condensation just getting everywhere, which it did. I woke up this morning, my tent is like a wet rag. It's disgusting, and I don't know. I need to find out what to do about that, because that's bad, man. At least the new ones come with a waterproof bag that you can put them in so it doesn't get everywhere. But what do I do to stop that? I mean, it is soaking wet. The floor was a little bit wet this morning. I mopped it all up as best I could with the thing, but it's not good. It's not good, dudes. tonight is going to just be, I don't know what to do. I think I might have to stop somewhere and let it dry out in the sun. But I'm on a little bit of a time crunch because Johnny Powell has me going like 300 miles today, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you average 25 miles an hour, that's 12 hours, right? Yeah. So who knows? Maybe I won't go that slow. Maybe it'll be less dirt. There's no telling. But I'm supposed to meet him up there in Alabama somewhere. It also depends on conditions. So I don't really have time to like take an hour to sit around and watch my tent dry. So I don't know what to do, man. And then after that, you know, I had convinced myself that there was no one out there, and then I heard something near the stage, like where the bathroom is. I totally heard something. I don't know if it was an animal or a human being or the guy that inspired Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then I started thinking, I'm in a tent, and if someone had a large axe, they could just take a nice big swing and they might get lucky, you know? I would never even know it until an axe was penetrating my rib cage. Maybe they'd get unlucky, but it's unlikely. If you're swinging an axe into a small tent, the chances are you're going to hit pay dirt. And I don't mean to brag calling myself pay dirt, but I feel like for an axe murderer, that would be a score. You know, I don't want to be obnoxious about it, but so anyway, happy freaking Halloween. There's another deer. Dudes, if I don't hit a deer today, I'll be really surprised. You know what I mean? What else, dudes? I mean, that's enough. That was enough for last night. I sat at that picnic table for about 5 seconds and tried to write something, but it got dark so quick, and I had laid the rain fly out just hoping it would dry out a little bit, and it didn't at all. So I just had to put that on, and I just got in the tent before it got so dark. No fire pits or anything, so I didn't think about that. Fire would have been good. Oh, dudes. Am I the only one who freaks themselves out like that? Or am I just the only one who admits it? I feel like the latter is probably true. I think probably just about everybody has those moments when they're like, you know, I like this with the big wideness on each side so you can see the deer. That's like what they do in Canada for the moose. So anyway, I don't know how much sleep I got last night, but not very much, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good sleep. It was Texas Chainsaw Massacre sleep, which is not the kind you want. So I got up at about 6:30, and I thought sunrise was like at 8, man. Maybe it was 8, but it's 9 already. But it was light out, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm wasting time here. So I jumped up and got my shit together. It takes me 35 minutes if I really rush. See that bunny rabbit? Maybe 40 if I really just rush. I didn't make coffee. I didn't do anything because I am gonna have to stop at a coffee shop and do some shit on my computer. That's just gotta happen. It's just has to happen. But that's too long, dudes. It's too long. I've been internet friends with this guy George for a long time now. He's a viewer of the channel. I guess that's how I met him. I think. Anyway, he always lets me know when he's going on a cool ride, and I always am like, dude, sorry, I'm out of town that weekend, or whatever it is. And but this time I had planned on I let him know when I think I'm going to be going through his neck of the woods, and he was going to maybe do a section with me. But I got a message. I think he got sick or something. I'm not sure, but and I'll ask his permission before I do this. But his wife, during Helene, like the aftermath of Helene, he had sent me a couple of poems. His wife is a poet, and he sent me a couple of poems, and she's really good. She's a really good writer. And she came out with a book of poems all about Helene and the aftermath and the recovery and, like, you know, all that shit. And it's really good. And if he agrees, I'll put it on screen, and I'll put a link down there. And if you're interested, go check it out. And it's really well done. It's a nice book, and I don't know, check it out, man. Check it out. Support someone for doing what they like and what they're good at. If everyone in the world could do what they like and what they're good at, we would be golden. Golden, dudes. Oh, where was the stage thing? The stage, did I miss something? Oh, shit, I think I did. Oh, I think I did. Oh, well. That's how it goes, dudes. We missed some kind of stagecoach thing. And we're coming up on Pineapple. Tally-ho!
Winner.
I hit the brown note. You guys know what the brown note is? For the two of you that don't, it's a sound wave frequency that makes you shit your pants. If you didn't know that, I know you're really glad to know it now, so you're welcome for that. No extra charge. That's just a little side dish that you get for free. It's like a what's the thing they have at pretentious restaurants? Shit, what the hell is that called? Something. It's some kind of French for here's some shit for your tongue or something like that. Future Ange, listen, don't be a dick and look it up and tell the people what I'm trying to think of. Future Ange is such an asshole. Unless he just did what I asked him to do, which, you know, doesn't usually happen. Dude, it's a misty morning, it's freezing, and I'm not unhappy about it. I'm not unhappy about it. I'm on a motorcycle. It looks like it might be a sunny day, which I'm psyched about. I think I'm headed through Georgia into Alabama, and that's it. Life is good, dudes. Life is good. I didn't get killed last night by an axe murderer. I didn't hit a deer yet, and that is stupendous news. I guess this is Pineapple. There's some old places here, man. My wife and I are looking for a house. I think I've been saying that for a very long time now. Pancake breakfast? See, I should go to that. Pineapple Town Hall. Pineapple Post Office. Oh man, I love little places like this. And like I say every time, I could live here, man. I could totally live here. Library? Wow. Sweet RV. Okay, I think that was Pineapple. Digging it. Digging it. There's some old shit, man. They got the hanging moss. Everything's going on here. This is some southern shit. Gotta love the South, man. You just have to. Oh my God, it's so cold. Bike's running really good. I kind of checked the chain yesterday. Seems fine. I should lube it up and maybe tighten it a little bit, but I'm just not being as obsessive as I sometimes am. Like on the Tat, I was adjusting the chain and lubing it every single morning. And I don't think that's necessary, is it? Although that chain did get loose really quick. And after the whole Arkansas debacle, I was kind of paranoid about just about everything, noises and whatever. So I think I'll get through section 2 and into section 3 today. I really don't quite understand how they do these sections. Like, they're not long enough for a day, I don't think. I don't know. I need to look and see exactly what's going on, but I just don't see how you can ride 4 hours and stop when you're out to ride. It's like different strokes, whatever. Alright, that sun needs to get hot so I can dry out my tent somewhere. Am I really going to stop and do that? I never have, and I really don't want to. But it's a mess, man. It's a mess. I need a solution for that. No dirt yet, just some pretty country lanes, and it's really nice. I don't know if I mentioned how cold it is, but it's really nice. Oh, dudes. Come on, dear. Get a grip. I know you have good ears. You can hear me coming. Just chill. We do not want to meet up close and personal. We just don't. It's not going to be good for either one of us. Oh, and I have this horrible fear of hitting a deer but not killing it. And what am I going to do? I mean, you can't just let it suffer, right? You got to do something. What am I going to do? Pick up a rock and smash it on the head? Get out my Leatherman and stab it with pliers? Oh, I don't want to have to deal with that. It's just not my forte. Stabbing a deer with pliers is just not. It's not in my wheelhouse, I don't think. But I think if it was like in agony, I'd have to do something, wouldn't I? I'd have to. I don't know. There's another one. Oh, you heard me talking about stabbing him with pliers, and he's pissed. I don't blame you, dude. I really wanted to get... Oh, wait, it's not 9. It's 8. It's 8. I forgot about the time change thing. I think it's 8. So that means I think I was ready at 7:30. Yeah. All right. That makes more sense. I was like, holy shit, what have I been doing? All right, that's good. That's good. A little judgment, but man, the cows down here are fairly fairly chill with their judgment. Usually as soon as they hear you, they just stare at you with their judgy eyes. The cows down here, they're not about that. Very live and let live. I like it. I might stop and chew some cud with them. Still, that brown one had a little judgment, but not too much. I think he'd spit up some cud for me. Man, even the birds are trying to get killed. Alright, I'm in absolute level 10 babble mode, and I'm just gonna shut up for a minute. I'm gonna enjoy the ride, and I'm gonna freeze my ass off. So there you go. Enjoy this pleasant little piece of music. First dirt of the day. That's a big bunch of cotton right there. Alright, I think I'm about 10 miles from the end of section 2, and I don't know, this section has been not a lot of dirt, but some pleasant country roads, a couple of roads of, just getting us from one place to the other. But totally pleasant. I'm down with it. And some of these little roads, they don't last long, but they're pretty cool. Lots of cotton fields, lots of deer, and it hasn't warmed up yet, but it's gonna, I think, a little bit. The sun is starting to heat things up just a bit, and I'm excited for it. And I remembered that I have I have that mesh bag that I use as a dryer. Here's another thing about riding in this kind of weather. It's so much better because, sometimes you don't get a shower for a few days. Like, I haven't had a shower, I haven't changed my clothes since I left my house. And in the heat, that's a problem. But when it's this cold, it's like you're not sweating, and it's not really that big a deal. It's better, I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I could ride in weather much colder than this without some serious heated gear, like a heated jacket. These gloves are good. I don't know if they could handle much colder than this, though, either. They're keeping my hands warm, but I can tell it's kind of right on the edge. And, God, I wish I knew what the temperature was. Should I stop and look at my phone? I will. I will when we get gas up here. I don't need gas, but I think I should get it anyway. But it's really pleasant. There's nothing hard about this at all so far. There's an alt harder section tomorrow, which I hope John's down to go on his big bike. I mean, he's as good a rider as the people who do the BDR films, and they're all on huge Pan Americas and big BMWs and all that stuff. Hello. Seriously, it's like every 5 minutes there's a big old deer. So hopefully he'll be down with that. And even that though, I for some reason I doubt it's going to be all that hard. But yeah, even with the lack of dirt today, it's still, I've really enjoyed it. And but anyway, my mesh bag, I'm gonna get that out and put at least the rain fly in it and see if I can air dry that some, if it'll fit in there. I think it will. But the thing that sucks is that's in the bottom of my top bag, and it's just, I don't know why I think it's such a hassle, because really it's like a 5-minute deal, but it's just a huge hassle to get that thing open, and then I got to stuff the sleeping bag back down. Oh shit. Whoa. Oh no, that's not it. That's somebody's driveway. Not paying attention, not looking at the map, blah de blah. But maybe that'll work. Or I was thinking if I could find a coffee shop that they would be okay with me laying my tent out, then I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or kill 2 birds with a pair of pliers. Whichever you prefer, you can choose. But look at this. This is some good Georgia stuff. And honestly, I think what the goal right here is to get us from here to North Georgia in the coolest way possible. I guess we go through Alabama too. So maybe there's some cool stuff in Alabama. John did a ride yesterday to, what's it called? Little Canyon or something Canyon? I don't know. It sounded cool. But all these tree tunnels and stuff, these little country roads, is pretty nice. Pretty nice. I do appreciate the BDR people, what they put into this. It's seems like a pretty cool organization. And the bummer is, like that road yesterday, I know that was dirt probably a month ago. And that's just how it's going to go. I mean, what can you say? Shit's going to get paved over little by little. So get out there while you can. I mean, I was thinking I was on some dirt road this morning, and past a house, we were like way out nowhere, and I'm like, of course they'd probably like this to be paved. Why wouldn't they? I mean, it's gotta suck in the rain and the mud and all that stuff. So I get it, but it's a bummer for us. At least hopefully the national forest roads, the forest roads and the state parks and all that stuff stays protected. I'm in Selma, Alabama all of a sudden. How'd that happen? How did that happen? Oh, this is the bridge, dudes. Civil Rights Memorial Park. Talk about some shit going down, man. Some shit went down here. Selma, Alabama. Dude, some heavy shit went down right on this bridge. There's the Alabama River. I mean, some shit went down, dudes. You've seen the footage. It's heavy. I have never been to Selma, Alabama. think. It's a little bit run down, man. I guess that was it. Kind of cool looking though. Man, the South, dudes. The South. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's got its own heavy vibe. And I don't really need gas. And that cat better not cross my path right now. I don't need any more Halloween shit happening. Alright, I'm on section 3 of the Southeast BDR. Is it the Southeast BDR or the Southeastern BDR? I think it's the Southeast BDR. Alright, about 5 miles out of Selma, and here we go. Let's hope that I'm not going to deal with that Alabama mud that those dudes are dealing with. I think I'm getting lucky, man. I think I'm getting lucky. I say that, and then cut to. Son of a whore. Because you never know. I could like dip down into a wet little gully or valley or something, and like it just be totally different from this. But you can see that this would be horrible if it was wet. So let's just keep our fingers crossed, alright? I don't want to deal with a bunch of bullshit today. Son of a whore. For some reason I thought that was going to be like the start of a long dirt section, but I was wrong. What are these trees? What do you think this is? It's some kind of orchard, but what are they growing? It's starting to not be freezing cold. It's still nippy for sure. I want to know what those are. Somebody tell me. I like the way the temperature's going though, I'll tell you that much. Man, it was cold this morning. I'm so sick of talking about the cold, but it's kind of the main feature of my existence right now. Alabama. I feel like I know more about Alabama than I do about Louisiana, but I don't know much about Alabama either. We used to play a couple places in Alabama. Birmingham. Where else? I think there was somewhere else. Where's Ole Miss? I think we played there. That's the extent of my knowledge about Alabama. I've heard it's a sweet home. Other than that, what ride were we on when we were talking about all the songs that feature states? Look at that. Did you see that little baby deer? I've seen a few of those this morning. I always wonder how these neighborhoods feel about a route going through their neighborhood. If they even know. I mean, I wonder how many BDR riders actually go down this road every day. Probably not too many. Do pecans grow on trees? Could those have been pecan trees or pecan trees, depending on your family? Aunt. so many things about you have only to do with your family. The way you think, right and wrong. Am I right? You can change it if you want, but most people don't, man. Religion. People stick with whatever they were raised as. Usually. I've been trying to write an essay about my weird religious upbringing. I don't think I've ever talked about this. Could I have found something new in my past to talk about? How exciting that is. But when I was a kid, first we were Catholic, and I went to CCD. Is that what it was called? I looked up what that means. I never knew, and I don't know again. But some crazy words that still don't know what they mean, even if I could remember them. And I went to Catholic school for a while as a little kid, like third grade, fourth grade. And then we moved from Roswell, Georgia to Connecticut, and we were still Catholic. And something happened at the Catholic Church where they got so busy on like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, whenever the big mass is, that they started, I remember it as they started selling tickets, but that can't be right. That just can't be right. So I think maybe they gave out tickets or something, and you had to have a ticket to go to mass. And we weren't the type of family that went every Sunday or anything like that, but I think we did go here and there. But anyways, from what I remember, and I could have this all wrong, I just make shit up, but from what I remember, my parents got pissed about the ticket thing, and they were like, fuck this, stupid Catholics. And I'm paraphrasing, but so we stopped going to the Catholic Church and started going to the Congregationalist Church, which is some sort of Presbyterian kind of, I don't know, I think they're kind of free-flowing, sort of loose. They still do communion, but it's not as strict, and like there aren't as many rituals and rules and whatever. I don't really know. It's a very pretty church. It's like the famous church in our town. All the pictures of that town are of that church, and the famous flagpole in the middle of town. So anyway, we went there, and I went to the youth whatever thing. I think it was Wednesday nights, and we did go to that. We went to that church like every Sunday for a long time, and I liked it. It was like I can't say I really liked the church part, because as a kid you're like, this is boring, get me out of here. And but I liked the sort of after whatever it's called, after church social thing, where they'd have like, I don't know what, cookies and bread and coffee and stuff or whatever. And that was always fun. And then the youth thing, I forget what it was called. But anyway, they got this new youth minister named Steve, and he was kind of young, probably like early 30s or something. And so when you're 12, that doesn't really feel young. Ooh, this looks like it could be nasty. No, not really. But he was kind of young and I don't know, progressive, I guess, in that world. And you could tell he was energized. He really wanted to make a difference. He wanted to do good. And he was a pretty cool guy, and I liked him. And he's just one of those adults in your life that you can trust, you can talk to, and whatever. And it was wrapped up in the religion as well. Well, I don't remember the religion being too hardcore, but we did learn about religious crap, because that's his job. And I was into it, man. I was just all in, and we did do-gooder shit and in the community, and we went on a couple of things, not missionary things, but do-gooder shit. Like, we took a huge trip to Appalachia, somewhere in West Virginia, and we were building things and I don't know what. But even then, as a kid, I felt that it was a little I don't know, it was a little gross in a way. Like, yes, we were doing good things for people, but there was also this, I remember being taken to someone's house, these poor people's house, to see how they lived, and they were being thankful, and it seemed performative to me. It seemed set up. It seemed gross. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it was just a nice thing that we were doing. I don't know, but there was something about it that rubbed me the wrong way. And it didn't matter. I was still into it. I was still into the youth group and all that stuff. And we had fun. Oh shit, this is nasty. This is nasty. Yeah. This is gross. This is gross, just like that felt. Oh. I don't know why I always pick places like this to talk my ass off when I should be, when I should be concentrating on not falling. It's weird. Like, now this is kind of dry, but man, just that little dampness, and it is like an ice skating rink. So anyway, there's that. We're doing shit like that. Did stuff in the community, blah 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 blah, and I was totally down and into it. I want to say maybe I was 10 or 11. I don't know. And so, and I got into music too, and so they let me play drums and guitar and all kinds of stuff for the youth group, and for, we would do stuff at church too. And I was into that because I was a budding musician, and it was fun. Oh, this is yuck. This is yuck. I don't know if I should talk shit about God right now, because he might smite me. I might be smote with the jawbone of an ox. No, it's the jawbone of an ass. I don't want to be smote with the jawbone of an ass. I don't know what that even means, but I know it's a real thing. It's a saying in the Bible, I think. Don't ask me why I know that. Ooh, that's nasty. That's nasty. This gotta be where those guys were, but I'm sure it was way worse than this. So anyway, I'm all in on religion. I'm digging it. I'm taking it in, and whatever. So then, now this is the part that I'm not sure what I've made up and what is true here, but I'm trying to look at the pretty stuff and talk shit about God. So it wasn't like I had gone through First Communion in the Catholic Church. How long's my blinker been on? I hope it doesn't get much worse than this. Oh, Jesus. Oh, smote. I'm being smote. Oh, Jesus. Good Lord Jesus. It's just like slimy, and then all of a sudden it's fine. Okay, let me get on with this so I can get this over with. So, there wasn't like a first communion at the Congregationalist church, but there was a thing, and I don't know what it was called, but we went away to this sort of religious camp, and the idea was that, shit, I need to ride this motorcycle properly. Oh, this is nasty. I know you're waiting with bated breath for me to finish my stupid religious story. But I have to get through this section without fucking falling over. Preferably. Oh, yuck. Seriously, I always pick these sections to babble about shit, and it's just dumb. Okay, so we went to this camp, and this is what I remember. And seriously, I don't know how I can fact check this. You know, your memory does weird shit. And it had a circus vibe for some reason. And there were a lot of people there, like other church groups too. And my youth group was there with Steve. He was, leading us. And I don't know, maybe it was a 3-day, 2-night. I don't remember. But there were like talks and sing-songy bullshit like that, and we're just a bunch of God stuff. And but the point of it was at a certain point. I swear I'm not making this up. I swear it. But I don't know how to find out if I'm making this up or not. Okay, there was a rowboat and an island in the lake. It wasn't a big lake. And Steve rode out on this island, and he was there by himself. And then each person in the youth group was supposed to row out on their own in the rowboat. And you can make up your own symbolicism for all this, but you row out on your own to go talk to Steve, and you were supposed to I don't know what, profess your love of Jesus Christ, or what do you say? What do born again Christians say? Jesus is my savior. Whatever. That's what you're supposed to do, right? You were supposed to come to that point in your life where you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh my God. I could do without this. So anyway, it was my turn. I rode out, and I was into it. I was ready, but I rode out with some questions. and I had been through some of this with Steve before. I wanted to accept everything, but I just couldn't, because some things about religion, I don't know if you know this, but some of them don't make a lot of sense. You may not agree with that, and that's fine. I'm down with whatever you want to do. But but I had some questions, and before I professed my faith, I wanted them answered definitively. And I can't quite remember what the questions were exactly. I really wish I could, believe me. But what I do remember is Steve could not answer them to my satisfaction. Because, you know, the thing that they always go to is, well, you've just got to have faith. And yes, you do. You do just have to have faith if you're going to go that way. But I don't have the faith. I need some proof. I need something a little more than that. That's just me. I am happy that some people can have faith and go that way, and it works out for them, and it works for them, and they get something out of it, and that's all good. So I said no. I'm not doing it. I'm not saying what I'm supposed to say, and I'm not. I'm out. And I was devastated because I liked it. I liked the people. I had good friends there. I liked Steve a lot and respected him and what he was trying to do. And but it just, I realized it wasn't for me. And I could have just said it. I could have just said whatever I was supposed to say. And that probably would have been a lot easier for all involved, me included. But I didn't. And I rode back to shore. and that was that. That was the end of my religious life. I think we still kept going to that church for a while, but I was out. I was just out. Whatever. I think I would go through the motions and whatever, but it wasn't for me. And I think that's what you're supposed to learn. Oh, Jesus. When you're growing up, you know, is this for me or is it not for me? It should be a choice. And I think a lot of times it is, and sometimes it's not. Oh shit. Almost just went down. Do you like the juxtaposition of the story versus my mud bogging? This is the wimpiest mud bogging of all time too. I realize that. I realize I'm a shitty motorcycle rider, and that if I had taken Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, I'd probably be a better motorcycle rider. Oh, what do I realize that. But, you know, you make your choice, and you take what you get. So, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know why I even started that. It's because I've been working on an essay about it, and it's not going well, and I probably will never post it. That's where that's the gist of that whole thing. So now that I've put it out here on a YouTube video, I think that's enough, right? I still will finish writing it though. Oh. I don't like this, but this is part of what I do like about these stupid routes, is just being unsure if I'm gonna make it through upright. That, I don't know why that's a pleasurable thing or something anyone would want, but it's an important part of these trips. I don't know why. I didn't make up the rules. And you know, even when I am convinced that something I say is not, like, I don't know, political or offensive in any way, I'm just saying things, someone's gonna be offended. Dudes, start a YouTube channel if you haven't already, and just behold the comments that you're gonna get. It's incredible. It's incredible. This has got to be where they were, man, because the color of the mud is just matches the picture. Ugh. You think people are out here hunting or what? Oh, it's gooey. Oh, and then it's dry. You're fascinated by this whole thing, aren't you? All right, now it's done, and I bet it's going to come back. I don't know. Maybe it's not coming back. Oh, it's coming back. It's back. Oh shit. I'm in second gear and I don't want to be, but dudes, felt like a snowmobile there for a second. Although I don't think I've ever ridden a snowmobile. Have I? Must have. I don't think so though. Oh. Anyway, Steve, if you're out there, I love you, buddy. You tried your best. I'm sorry to put an L on your scorecard. Wasn't my intention, but that's how things fall sometimes, you know. Oh, dudes, get me out of here. See, that's what you want to, that's where you want to get to. You want to get to the point where you say, get me the fuck out of here. That's when you know you're having fun. Am I right? Dude, what a stupid, I mean, you can't call this a sport, can you? You can't, this isn't a sport. What a stupid pastime. I guess it's a sport if you're really good at it. I guess it's a sport if you compete. Oh shit. Oh. But it is a weird pastime. I want dirt, I want dirt, I want dirt, then you're on the dirt. I don't want dirt, I don't want dirt. Get me back on the pavement. It's odd. Oh shite. Oh, you getting those ridges that are all mushy? I watch some motorcycle YouTube channels where they have helpful advice and like are sort of instructive and don't say things like, oh shit, I shouldn't have stopped. Now I'm gonna freak myself out, and now I don't have any momentum, and now nothing good's gonna happen. Oh, fuck me. See what I mean? Anyway, the ridge is mushy probably wasn't a helpful hint of any kind. Oh. Stupid little shit like that is what gets me every time. I'm surprised I didn't go down right in the mud there. Very surprised. I'm such a good rider. I mean, this is my sport. I'm a professional. I'm competing at the highest level, and that's how I do it. I just roll right through it like that. Grace and style, panache, mostly panache. Seriously, why is this fun? Why? I want to be a ripper, man. I want to be the dude with the rooster tail, mud flying everywhere, vroom vroom. It's never going to happen. I'm a piddler. I'm a slow old man on an underpowered motorcycle. That's just how it is for me. It's It's okay. Okay, it's DMD2 time. As if I was sponsored by them, which I wish I was. It's fantastic. And you know, you don't have to get this really expensive unit. You can just use it on your Android device. So seriously, get out your Android device, go to Google Play and download it and check it out and let me know what you think, because I love it. Just things like, okay, I was messing with it and it waits a certain amount of time, then it brings me back to my preferred view, which is 1,000 feet. What's under these leaves? It's just, the more I get to know it, the more I like it. I was bitching about the buttons being too small, and I stand behind that. They are too small. Just a little bit. Maybe they're configurable somehow and I don't know it, and I hope they are, because just a couple of them need to be bigger for me. But I love it. I love it. The tripometer is great. I don't have to deal with my stupid Royal Enfield thing, which doesn't work. So, as you know, my fuel gauge is ridiculously inaccurate, so I don't even use that anymore. I just use mileage, and it's just so easy to reset it. And all these are configurable. You can put all kinds of stuff in there. If you have it hooked to your bike, you can use the it's got all that stuff. What is that called? OBS or something? I don't know, but like you can have your cooling temperature and all kinds of information in there if you want. And I love this section where it just shows you what the next thing is and how far away it is. It shows you how much longer you've got on your track. I mean, it's everything you need. And I haven't found one thing that I need to do while riding that's more than 2 clicks away. It's so well thought out. I'm a huge fanboy of DMD2. And I think you pronounce his name Jawawa, maybe. Jason's been trying to teach me how to say his name. That's the guy who's doing the ADV Hub web-based version. And man, I can't wait till that just syncs with the device. That's going to be incredible. Even if I still use Gaia for some things, which I mean, I might. I'm just so used to it. And, you know, I don't know. It's just, there's some things that is very, very good at with the planning. And, but it's just so easy to export that, import it into the other thing, and then be good to go from there. Make final changes in there. You can change all the icons to what you want them to, all the waypoints to however you want them to look. And then the only other stuff is some of the map layers in Gaia are really good. And I'm sure you have to pay licensing fees or whatever to get those map layers in your software or your app or whatever. So maybe once he starts, I have a feeling he's going to have a free version and then a plus version and a premium version, as far as I can tell from what he's done so far. I don't like that this is going down, because down means wet. Oh, dudes. Oh, this is like wallpaper paste. I'm not into it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is yuck. Dude, this is yuck. Anyway, I'm so psyched for everything they're doing. And, want you guys to check it out and tell me if I'm high or if I'm right and it's cool. Oh, I'm not loving this. There's a little gravel mixed in here, which is good. I just have a feeling this is going down to a mud pit. Do you have that feeling as well? Oh, Jesus. Another thing I've decided is that I'm so sick of the 360 camera and the other little white camera that I have. It's just a pain in the ass. And I really don't think it adds much to these videos. When I'm out here, I'm not really a filmmaker. I'm just not. It's not my primary concern. You know, like Sterling is an amazing filmmaker. He takes the time, he sets up shots, he does the drone all the time, and he's just, that's his thing. And I just can't be bothered with it. Like I always bring this little stick with it's like a little tripod. I always bring it, and I'm always like, I'm gonna set that thing up and do drive-by shots. Oh, Jesus. And I never ever do, and I just never will. I won't do it. I love those shots when I see them in other people's videos, but it's like, okay, I gotta set it up, start it, turn around, come back by, turn around again to go get the camera, unset it up, put it away, and it's just not worth it to me. It would be worth it if my main goal in life was to make beautiful motorcycle films, but obviously it's just not happening. It's just not happening. I'd like to concentrate on telling stupid stories while going through things I shouldn't be going through, and that's my bag. That's my bag. Oh, I just have a bad feeling. Although I see civilization, what does that mean? Does that mean something? So anyway, I don't think anyone's going to miss the 360 camera, although I like having that back angle, and it's not that big of a pain in the ass. What do you think that is for? And the angle of me while I'm riding, it's stupid. Who cares? I mean, I don't. It's just something to mix it up a little bit and make it a little more interesting, I guess. But Jesus. Maybe it's just this trip. I'm just not motivated to do that stuff. I don't know why. Maybe that'll change tomorrow. Maybe I'll throw on the 360 and everyone will hate those shots like they always do anyway. I do like it for like stuff like this. If I had the 360 going, I could point down and you could really see what this terrain is like a little better. But I don't know. I think you can tell from my swearing and stuff what the terrain is like. So whatever. And I'm just so sick of spending money on this shit. Like those media mods, I think they're up to $100 now. And I've gone through so many of those. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what I'm complaining about. I enjoy making the videos, but I might just be a GoPro on the chin mount kind of guy. That's okay, right? I mean, I might not win the YouTube Academy Award this year, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't going to win it anyway, so why not make things easier for me? Right? Okay, am I done with that? The earth has changed color, which in this case is a good thing. I'm on dry dirt, pleasant, lovely road, and let's keep it that way. No more of that Alabama mud. I'm not into it. It wasn't that bad. Not into it. I don't want any more. It wasn't that bad as long as there's no more.
Hey, please like this video if you liked this video, and if you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button and the alert bell. Also, if you're interested, there are links to gear lists and goofy t-shirts in the description. Thanks a ton for watching.